Hey everyone, Rebecca here with the Tailored Realty team, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about what it takes to get your house sold and how long will it take. So it's the end of January right now, and I know a lot of people are thinking, hey, spring is right around the corner. Should I think about selling my house this year? And what will it take to get my house sold? Well, I'm here to talk to you about exactly what that will look like. So in terms of how long will it actually take to get your house sold, that depends on a lot of different factors. Of course, the number one factor that it's going to depend on is price. So oftentimes what you see is that price has a direct relation to how many days on market that a house will sit and what their actual final selling price actually is on the house. So time and time again we see that if a house is overpriced versus the neighborhood to begin with, that a house will sit on the market for a lot longer and it will actually sell for less money than fair market value. Conversely, if a house is priced well below the comps in the neighborhood, then it sells in a much quicker pace and it actually sells for typically above market value. So these are a little bit of the yin and the yang, the pros and the cons in terms of what it looks like for pricing. So price, don't let anybody fool you. Price is a really big factor in terms of how long it takes to get your house sold and what the actual final sales price of your house is. And don't shoot yourself in the foot by overpricing your house to begin with and hope that somebody will maybe just, come on in. Again, we can talk to you a little bit more about price. The second thing is really, what is your location? So in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, we have a couple of different suburbs that you might be familiar with, and there's Tier 1, Tier 2, and even Tier 3 suburbs. By and large, the Tier 1 suburbs, those are going to be the ones that are closest to the actual city, and you have the most number of buyers that are actually considering looking in those areas. So by and large, if you're looking, typically the Tier 1 suburbs tend to sell a little bit quicker than suburbs that are maybe out in Tier 3. So if you're looking in like the St. Louis Park area, then the days on market and the price point is going to be a little bit different than if you're looking in, Rockford, Minnesota, or somewhere out in that area. So that's not to say that houses can't sell no matter where you're living. It's just location plays a big factor on how many buyers would be interested in your property and of course what their sales price is. The next thing is of course what marketing is. Study after study shows that almost 90% of potential home buyers begin their search on the internet. So if your house is not out there on the internet for people to view, or if your pictures look a little subpar, then you're going to be shooting yourself in the foot in terms of what that marketing strategy actually looks like and how many people are going to be attracted to your house. So again, make sure that that online presence is there because that's going to, of course, decrease the number of days that you actually have on market. And then the last factor that's extremely important on how many days it's going to take your house to get sold and what the final sales price is school district. So you could have two houses that are identical and maybe even in the same neighborhood just across the street, and they're in two different school districts. If one school district is favorable to the other school district, then probably the house in the better school district is going to sell for more money. So all of these things are really important factors that actually come into mind when you're thinking about pricing your house and what your expectations are. So if you've got questions, make sure that you reach out. My name is Rebecca and I'm with the Tailored Realty team at JP Willman Realty Twin Cities. And you can reach me at 952-607-6017. And I'd be happy to sit down with you and discuss the strategies that I have in place for selling your house and what your house can sell for. That's all I have for you today. Have a great day.